it's Manda. Welcome to my channel. Today we are setting up my Erin Condren monthly planner that I use as a budget planner for the month of September. But first of all, before we get into the pages, let's switch out the cover. This cover I think came from a Erin Condren box at some point many moons ago. Let's see, this is for September, so we're just gonna hold on to these. Well, not September, August. So we're gonna hold on to those for a minute. Let me see which side. This side. Okay. I think this is actually from one of like the first Erin Condren mystery boxes. I don't particularly buy them anymore because like half the stuff in them I don't even use. So it's kind of a waste of money, if I'm honest. Sometimes they have really great stuff in them. Most of the time, like, I don't even use it. So it's kind of a waste of money for me. So let's go to September and start setting up September. I already did some setup. There's just like notes pages and stuff like that that I don't really use on camera. So we're gonna get started. This is the cinnamon roll, I want to say it's called, kit, budget bundle kit. And I know it doesn't really go with the purple, but oh, I cut myself. I don't know how. I don't know how I did that, but it happens all the time. Like half the time, I don't even know how I hurt myself. You know, it's like, Okay, so this month, things actually cut right, so I can actually use all of the pieces as intended. If you watched last month's setup, I missed some of the cut lines on some of these items, and so they're a little bit, they weren't cut on certain pages, and I was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna bother. Like, I'm not gonna print out another one because, you know, it's like that would be just a waste of ink, and you know, let's just move on. And that's what I did. So, but this month we can use the stickers as intended, and I'm excited about that. All right, we put those down. Now I need the 4 one, which I think this is the 4. No, that's not the 4 one. Probably this one goes down here. So it's Kismet that I pulled it up. There we go. And then this one, I believe, no, that's the 3 one. Watch it be the middle piece that I need. I just use this. I'm not really sure what it's intended, like decorative wise, how it's supposed to. I just keep pulling up the wrong one. Yeah, I did. It was the top one. It was the top one. It's just terrible. So I'll just put these down. I use these just to cover up the days that aren't actually in the month. With a little decoration. I love plaid. Plaid is my favorite. I think that's really why I picked this one. I'm like, oh, it has all kinds of plaid stuff in it. All right, let's start with holidays that are important to me. So we have a Labor Day here. And we have, let's do this pink one, Patriot Day here. And then we have Autumn Begins down here. Then I'm just going to leave. I don't think I'm going to use the date dots. And sorry if you can hear the washing machine. It is going crazy right now. But I don't think this mic will pick it up. So let's put this down here. I need this cut here. And then let's try to line this up a little bit, or at least as best as I can, down at the bottom. There we go. And then that is what I'm going to put down. I don't think I'm going to bother putting down these date dots, at least not on camera, because that will take me several years. Not years, but it'll take me like 5 minutes to put on. And like, yeah, we're just gonna do that off camera. And if you really want to see what it looks like, check out my Instagram, which is Manda the Cajun, just like my YouTube handle. Let's see. See, that's this month. I want to let's do projects. I don't really have any projects listed that I really want to work on, but yeah, priorities. Because this month in events for me is like the two different things. Like, look what's coming up this month. And we'll just leave this one blank because I don't have anything for it. So next thing we're going to do is just move this down, move this a little bit so that I can put down my payday stickers. And oh, it's another magic month. It's like almost back to back, right? It was like July. Well, August wasn't one, but July, September. I think December's one too? Question mark? Yeah, December's one too. So it's like, wow. It's like, it's kind of nice at the end of the year to be like, here, have some extra, quote unquote extra money. It's not really extra money, you know, you worked to get it, but it just makes things work a little differently, you know? All right, I think I'm pretty much done with that one. Next is to put down the bill ones. And like, these are supposed to be, I think, like event headers. But I'm going to just go ahead and put the ones that I know for a fact are going to be on these days over in the next month. So I think I'm going to use, for this one, I think I'm going to use a double box or a bigger box since there's two of them on that day. You'll see that I added, there's an extra bill. I got a storage unit to help kind of when where was I going with the story? Okay, so when I was using the extra bedroom that my roommate is in as a storage area, so that crap had to go somewhere. and so I just kind of shoved it in my room, and then like didn't deal with it like until recently. I'm like, okay, there's too much crap in this room. And it's like stuff that I want to keep. But in like some of it was like Christmas decor. It's like you only use it for like maybe a month and a half. But you want to keep it but you don't really have room to store it. So I was like, okay, let me just get a storage unit. And so I just got like a little 5x5 storage unit to put, you know, all of the little like stuff I want to keep, but it's little used. In order to, you know, make my area of my room basically less cluttered with just like boxes of crap. Because like the boxes were displacing things that I needed to use. So I was like, okay, we need to do something about this. So I made the decision of just going and getting a storage unit. Come on. And it's only like, what was it, $66 a month? So that's pretty good. And it's temperature controlled, so nothing's gonna get like nasty. It's like I could have gotten something cheaper if I went with the non-temperature controlled stuff, but I was like, the stuff that I'm putting in there is like soft. Like there's like stuff that can get damaged. It's not like I'm putting a lawnmower or something in there, you know what I mean? So this is this page. So we're done with that. Let's flip over to the next. We are going to, I'm going to save doing the budget for last. So if you want to see that, flip to the end of the video and you can see that I will try to remember to put a timestamp. Or something. I don't know. I haven't really figured out how to do that stuff yet. But I'll try to remember if I can remember, or at least put it in like the video where it's supposed to be. Yeah. Okay, so hold on. Let me find out where I need to put this. Oh, right there. Sinking funds. Wait, did I do this backwards? I did. I think I did it backwards. Okay. I think we'll be okay if I leave it that way. I think it'll be alright. I just got to remember when I copy it down that they flipped them from last month. I think we'll be okay because they're about the same amount. Actually, no, I think I have more sinking funds than I do. Let's just flip it now. Yay for removable matte sticker paper. Hooray! That kind of reminds me, is like, how did they figure out how to do removable matte? And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's how like Post-its were born. So apparently the way like 3M or something was trying to come up with an adhesive, and they found like they discovered this weak adhesive, and you know, Post-it notes were born. Which I kind of like, I'm like, that's interesting, like turning a failure into something that, you know, especially us planners use on a daily basis. And like they did not come up with what they were expecting to come up with, but turned it into something useful. And that's one of the great things about learning about failures, right? There's always something to learn about failures, or you can turn that failure into something. And like, wow, I've gotten like totally super motivational today. Look at me. Look at me go. But yeah, that was just like a thought I had. So I need to do every 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on this. And there's 5 weeks, so we'll see how how this works. So my plan for the budget is to do kind of like how I did July's, is to budget out based on just my normal 4-month budget, 4-week budget. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then use my 5th month budget for a lot of like savings challenges and things like that. Sorry, I went really quiet. Try and concentrate. I don't know what, like, usually I think I'll just put like totals instead of doing total categories. I think I'll just do like total in general down here. Because sorry, I was scratching my arm. If that was caught on camera, on the mic, because my hand was really close to the mic right then. But I think I'll just do totals. But I think I'll have figured it out I'll have figured out what I spent for each one based on just doing the remaining here. So I don't think there's really it's really necessary for me to have all 4 in the totals section. But that is pretty much that page. I'm just drawing the column lines. All right. Next is I'm gonna put the transaction log in. I usually put this in the end, but I've kind of been like, okay, it only takes me about 2 pages to need it, and I usually put it at the end to be able to add an extra page if I need to. But if I need to, there's a reason why I added extra pages at the behind everything at the end of my book. When I Frankenplanned this, I took a normal Erin Condren and sort of just redid it with extra note pages in the back so I could put like my trackers and everything, and have extra pages if I need it. And then this is just going to go down at the bottom. I wish they would have given 2 of these so that I could have one on each page, but hey, it is what it is. And let's draw the lines here. And this is just to help me kind of keep track of my spending and all that jazz. I mean, that's what it's for. Let's try to get this as straight as possible. Oops, sorry. I whacked the mic with my pen. Today, the mic is getting all kinds of love today. Right. And there's that. So we're done with this page as well. Done with these pages. Okay. So let's go ahead. Oh, no, we're not. We were not done. Let's go back to the check-in page and put these stickers down. I like to try to line them up here and then write the dates underneath it. And these are like the best tweezers if They're just like regular old eyebrow tweezers, but they're like needle nosed and like or needle ones, and they're not as big as like those big cry cut ones or whatever. Big and bulky, so I can easily, store them. I like it. They do much better, I find, than these tweezers for stickers because it's not cut well. You can use the point to help. All right, so next up, we're gonna put down the paycheck ones. So here we go. And then we're gonna do income. And that's that. I'd like to leave 2 lines just in case I have like income that I'm not expecting. Expenses. And then total expenses down at the bottom. And that's how all the paycheck ones. Oh, sorry, no. Yeah, nope. That's not how I want it. I forgot the totals. Let's do this. I like to have like 3. So I have a line for income, a line for expenses, and a line for savings. Like how much of it went into my sinking funds and whatnot. Try to line this up as best as I can. And again, I'll have to draw some lines. Some of these are a little bit not lined up properly, but hey. This doesn't got to be perfect, it got to be pretty. So there we have that. We are going to wait on paycheck 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm just going to put those in off camera. And then we're going to flip back to the budget. I forgot to get my iPad, which has my budget worked out in my spreadsheet. So let me get that. All right, here we go. I have been watching. I'm not gonna talk about Legend. Well, the secrets of Skinwalker Ranch this time. I've been watching Asian vloggers, like camping vloggers. I'm like, I have no idea how I got down that rabbit hole, but I was, like looking up car camping for the fall, and because I watch a lot of like Asian vlogging, Asian like ASMR vlogs. I guess that's what you would call it. That I got down, suggested those, and went down that lovely wormhole. So here's my budget set up for the month it's just a Google sheet that I made many years. I've been using it for years, and it's so basic that I just modify it every month for what I need it to do. So this is going to be, I'm going to use this setup a little bit differently than I have been using it in the past few months. So we need paycheck 92, 99, 916, 923, 930, and then roommate pay. But there's going to be you know what? I'm going to do this one a little bit differently this time. Sorry if the thing, paychecks and then roommate pay. We're going to do it that way. I can detail it out on my paycheck by paychecks. I think that will work better because it's just going to take up a lot of room. Okay, so then I need to use, I'm going to use, instead of using the expenses one, like the total expenses one, I'm going to use the variable expenses, and I'm going to use some of this washi here to separate the income section from this, just to be able to like mark this out in my brain. Okay, so variable budget, and I only need 1, 2, 3, 4 lines there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that there, and this is going to be, let's do this. Hopefully that will help. So food. So estimated here is going to be $6.50, and then not $6.50. NARF. $6.50 here, and then this is going to be $2,600, and that's going to be $3,250 over there. So let's see. So for budget, this is gonna get confusing. Let me draw the lines in. Oh, if I don't draw the lines in first. And I'm gonna draw, just from my brain, this here. Personal. Put that in there myself. All right. Food is going to be 500 because there are going to be 5 weeks. Even though toiletries and home is going to get 50, even though that's the one thing I'm going to be pulling from the 5th paycheck is food, besides for sinking funds. That's the only thing. So personal spending be 200. And gas has been going down around here. I mean, it's always been a little bit more expensive than other parts of the country because, you know, it's the West and there's only like 2 roads that lead to, there's only a few like major roads that lead to like Salt Lake City. So, you know, things are just more expensive out west here. Let's see, fixed expenses. So I need, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 10. So we got, I'm just going to write them on the side. I'm going to go car insurance. Extra space, that's my storage unit. Rocky Mountain Power. Dominion Energy. Comcast. Netflix. My Family Mobile. Disney Plus, life insurance, then rent for next month. Basically, I use this month to, I'm going to turn it this way so I can line this up properly. I use the money from this month to pay for the next month. I think that's, I don't know if that's, is that how everybody does it? I mean, that's how I've always done it. I've never used money made in like July to pay for July rent. It's always been farther out. So let's see, car insurance is going to be 56, and I like to round up to the nearest dollar so that I have, because I don't do change when I cash stuff, so I like to keep everything sort of rounded to the nearest, up to the nearest dollar. That change also, creates over time a nice buffer in my bill account in case something pulls out more than it actually should, and I'm just guessing that it's going to be $14.20. I haven't gotten the bill for September's rent yet, so I can't really tell. So let's see. Let's do sinking. We'll call this one sinking funds. And then let's get another piece of that wood-looking washi. I'm surprised that this particular pattern wasn't used more. And oh, you know where it was used? It was used in this washi header here. That's where it came from. I'm just kind of wondering, where did this come from? So we're gonna put this sinking funds here. And the only thing is this leaves the weird, the way that these are cut and designed, they leave a weird weird little gap right here. But hey, that's where I can fit this. So let's go with sinking funds. We're gonna put auto. That's a priority one. Medical, that's a priority one. Pet, priority. Travel, gifts, miscellaneous, that's for just subscriptions and everything. Miscellaneous savings that I save up over the year. Home and garden, which I don't think I'm going to do next year. Well, the garden at least. It is the end of August, and I'm finally getting a couple of little tomatoes on one of my plants. I'm like, I have 12 plants. I have 3 tomatoes so far. And I'm just like, ugh. Just makes my life, me go okay, this was not worth the effort. Okay, so we're gonna get $30 here, $30 here. Everything's pretty good and pretty much get $30 except for a couple outliers. Pet is gonna get 50. Travel is gonna get 20. Gift is gonna get 50 because we are bulking up for Christmas. And I need to, after that, I actually figured out that I think my 100 envelope challenge is going to be split between funds for just sinking funds and trip to my parents are planning a trip to my brain just stopped. Disney World in January. So after the new year, because they will be wintering down south. Probably along the Gulf Coast. So the plan is they're doing the they're making the arrangements because they are living in their RV right now, full time. They do not have a house. They are and people are like, your parents don't have a are homeless. I'm like, no, technically they are not. They are just they are not homeless. They are houseless. There's a difference. Income, and then I did income twice. I'm just going to do one line item for expenses, and then I'm going to do one for savings. So we're going to have 3250 for expenses for savings, and then we're going to have savings. We're going to have 5400, and then I forgot to do this addition here. I'm just copying this from my spreadsheet. Let me do the math here. I need 800 plus 1099, so that's 2709. And assuming things are right, minus 2709 equals, okay, minus 4 is $1. I have $1, so that will just like hang out in my buffer, and that is perfectly a-okay with me. I'd rather have a little bit of buffer than none at all. So let's put a little dent down here. We have this little space here and this little line here, so we'll just leave it that way. It looks a little weird. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my September budget setup. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a like, comment down below, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!